You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for Chatty Daddy. Oh, yeah, the Chatty Daddies.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
A podcast about three dudes trying to be dads. We think we're experts at it, but based on all our podcasts, we're not.
I'm sure the stats would show that we've been right a couple of times.
We're doing okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, before we kick things off here, I have to ask, I'm planning on going to the grocery store today.
Yeah.
Do you dads like going to the grocery store? Because I love it.
Me too.
You do?
Yeah.
Don't. I hate it.
Oh, it's great. I get to hang out by myself. I get to feel like I'm contributing something to the family, even though I did not make the list that I'm getting. But I'm doing it. I know I'm going to screw things up, so I'm going to have to pay for it later. Yeah. But it's just like, okay, here's my list. I like completing the list.
I'll tell you why I don't like going to the grocery store, because this is the moment I dreamed of as a kid. You know, when you say, I can't wait to be a grown-up and go to the grocery store and not have my mom say, no, you can't get the Doritos, they're unhealthy, or no, you can't get this, it's too expensive. Now, as an adult, I can do that, and I do. So
you can
every
get
time
the name brand Frosted Flakes if you want them.
Yeah, it's just I just end up buying all the garbage stuff that I don't need to be eating, you know, and Kinsey's really good about staying strict with what we're trying to feed our kids and what we're trying to feed ourselves to try to stay as healthy as possible. So she's better at saying no to those cravings to the sweets.
Yeah.
I'm not. I will show up with all the bad stuff.
That shocks me, because I have watched you turn down real wings at a wing place to get a salad and naked grilled tenders.
Yeah, I will do that.
So your willpower is super strong, but then when if it's right there in front of you, if the logo's looking you in the face, you got to grab them.
I got to grab it. You know what it is about restaurants, Trey, is that I'm with you guys, and I feel like I have eyes on me, and I'm trying to...
Oh, you're the leader. You have to lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. If I'm around people, I'm better when it comes to saying no to things. But
you
if
can
I'm
prove
by myself,
you have the willpower to say no.
Yeah, I have it, just not when I'm by myself. If I'm by myself, I'm like, Trey's not here. He's not going to judge me for getting donuts that are covered in chocolate and the powder. Nick's not here to tell me not to get this ice cream with caramel in it.
JC, I'm similar to you. I definitely get the bad stuff. I like completing the list, but I go off the list and add some of my things if I want them. And I will definitely come back with a new dessert or treat for the kids to try. So it's a new Hostess something, or a new Little Debbie's cupcake of some sort, or some new cookie. I definitely do that.
You know, you said you like going grocery shopping because it makes you feel like you're contributing to the chores of the house, or like bringing... I felt like I was... my way of feeling good about contributing to the house is doing those handyman things.
Okay, sure.
Right? In the past, I have fixed a garbage disposal. I have done some electrical work. I put in a light and a fan, and I feel like I've proven myself as that guy in the house. I can do it.
Have you done something lately?
Here's the thing. No, because I got demoted, bro. Like I got cut.
Well, you just moved into a brand new house, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what happens when you move into a new house? There's things that break all the time, right away.
Sure, of course.
So within the first month, our garbage disposal went out. Kinsey mentioned it, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to do this. Round 2, I'm going to get in there and replace this garbage disposal. Before I could even sniff Amazon or wherever I need to buy the garbage disposal from, there was already a dude showing up at my house doing it.
And you had done one how long ago?
I did one maybe 4 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago.
So you can easily find that YouTube video to help walk you through it again.
It sounds like you had your shot, and Kinsey said, I did not like what you did. Now with this new house, I'm going to go in a different direction.
I know how I know I did a great job with the garbage disposal? Because I just sold that house, and it passed the inspection test, dude.
That's pretty good.
I know if a dude who is paid to find crap that is wrong with the house deemed that to be an acceptable and working garbage disposal, then I must have done a great job.
Are you glad that Kinsey had called a handyman, or would you have one? No,
I got butthurt.
But did he do like a really good job?
Yeah, I mean, he did what I did. It works.
Yeah.
Except I had to pay him a crap ton of money. The money that I would have been able to do. It's the service fee that gets you.
Sure.
So it was that, man. And then some dude showed up to fix the lights in the fridge. Like I could have done that.
Yeah.
Let me get after it. I can do it.
The lights in the fridge.
Yeah,
they went out.
So
I didn't think lights in the fridge would ever go out anymore.
And here's what you think: you think that you can just go buy the little bulbs at the Home Depot or whatever. No, man, because those aren't it.
I thought they were lights. I thought they were like 10,000-year LEDs or something.
That's exactly what they are, Trey. So you got to figure out. There's YouTube videos where you can get into the motherboard of the fridge, and you could figure out where the disconnect is, because it's like Christmas tree lights. When the Christmas tree light goes out in one spot, it goes out the rest of the way down. Once you figure that out, you can fix it. I just needed my shot.
Yeah.
Guys, when I feel really manly, JC, you're not going to need it that often, but you need to get a tool belt. Because it makes you feel really awesome. You can throw that hammer in there. If you're hammering a nail on the wall, you can just kind of put the nail in the tool belt for a second. And how I feel extra manly is when I put on my work gloves.
Yeah.
They got some paint on there. They got some scuff marks.
Some mud, because you probably did a little gardening with it.
Black something from who knows what.
Yeah, it's tar. Yeah. Probably. I don't know where you got it from, but it's there.
Does Blair roll her eyes when you break out the tool belt?
Always.
I will. If I am changing a light bulb, I am getting that tool belt. Anything I do, there have been times that if I want to really be an idiot, I'll put my tool belt on to take the trash out to the trash can in the garage. Be like, yep, got to do some work around here.
You're a pretty private person, Nick. You don't like to talk too much about your bedroom shenanigans.
That's about it that I don't talk about.
Do you? You got to answer this one, though.
I've never used the tool belt in the bedroom, if that's what you're wondering.
You totally should.
Never worn it in the bedroom.
Give it a shot this weekend.
But I do hammer away.
There you go. Okay.
You
got a power drill?
Definitely doing something. A screwdriver euphemism in there somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Somewhere.
Of course.
Stud finder.
Phillips head.
Phillips.
Nick, not only do I have a tool belt, but I also have a toolbox.
Yep, got a toolbox.
So if I'm putting on my tool belt, my toolbox is coming with me, like my little lunch pail that I used to take to elementary school. But here's what sucks, Trey, and I don't know if your kids are there yet, Nick, but your kids will eventually get old enough to start asking questions. And this is when your whole facade of being a manly man just falls down, because my son finally, after seeing me put on my tool belt with only a hammer in it, and me carrying this ginormous black toolbox that I got, he finally goes, "What's in there?" I don't know what toolboxes are supposed to have in them, but I got a screwdriver, I got another hammer, and I got a bunch of nails.
Yeah, that's fine. Just all your loose nails, you throw them in there.
And that little tool that makes sure that everything is level. The leveler.
The level.
Yeah, so that's what I got in my toolbox. It's very empty and very light. But
yeah, see, in my tool belt, I have a spot that I hang it on the wall, and I usually empty it after each use, and then I just fill it with what I need for my next job.
Yeah.
But I do always keep in there a pencil and a ruler.
Yeah,
a tape measure, not a ruler, but that's how manly I am. I don't know what it's called.
Is the pencil one of the carpenter pencils where it's really flat and
it's not? It's just a mechanical pencil, but
it's
mechanical.
The lamest.
I have a mechanical pencil and a Sharpie in there, and so I just use those if I'm measuring or marking where I'm going to hammer something in the wall.
JC, Kaysen is about the age where I started having to help my dad build stuff, fix stuff, do all that. Do you have to bring Kaysen into the fold yet?
I have not, because he's only going to slow me down. I'm already slow when it comes to fixing stuff. So
dude, I can't imagine how pissed my dad was while we were trying to do stuff together. Like, he was trying to help me and teach me so that I could learn and nail stuff and drill stuff just as well as any other guy, and I'm just slowing him down.
The kid's job is to hold the flashlight. Hold Hold it right there. Don't move it. And that's all you got to do.
Or the measuring tape. All right, stay here, hold this right here, and don't move, you know?
That's too important. The measuring tape, you're going to be off by 2 inches.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're right. You are off by 2 inches or 3 or 4 because they do move.
Well, if we're talking about passing things on, there is a trait that I've passed on to my son that I am not proud of.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Drugs?
No, it's not
burping?
It's not the burping.
Okay.
So my family, we went to lunch after church the other day. And we're sitting at McAllister's eating a nice sandwich, and we're sitting in a booth. We have not been to a restaurant in a very long time because of the pandemic and everything. And if we have, I think this may have been the first time that we've been like in a booth. So I'm like sharing a seat with my son. We're sitting on the same side of the booth, and all of a sudden the booth that we're sitting on, it just starts like shaking. It starts like rattling and moving.
What?
Like, what's going on? And I realized that my son is swinging and kicking his feet and kicking the booth that's like underneath him. Like his heels are hitting where he's sitting.
They call it nervous energy. I have that. My son got that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have it too. I most definitely have gone 34 years with undiagnosed restless leg syndrome. I'm constantly moving, and I found myself doing exactly what my wife does to me and what my brother does to me when we're sharing a booth. I don't know that I'm moving, but someone will just put their hand on my leg to make me stop. And I did that probably 10 times within a 20-minute meal at McAllister's with my son. He had no idea he was doing it. And I was like, this is really annoying. I understand how I've been annoying people my entire life.
Yeah.
And I get it. I'm getting a taste of my own medicine.
My son does it too, Nick, and I catch myself telling myself not to get mad at him.
Sure.
Because I'm like, well, I can't give my wife that power. You know, I can't let her know that she was right all these years when she was calling me annoying the whole time at dinner when I'm kicking the booth. So I found I let him slip with it. But I think restless leg syndrome is actually beneficial to us because it keeps me so calm.
Really?
It really does.
Yeah.
Because I've tried not to shake my leg and I just start feeling the anxiety kicking in. I start feeling myself becoming restless and angry.
Now, do you think you learned that trait from someone, Nick?
I have no idea. I don't know any of my parents. My parents don't do it. I don't see anyone in my family that does it. But yeah, I'm constantly moving, like constantly.
I wonder if there's a study that's been done on people that move their legs like that, if they're skinnier than other people. Like you're just constantly burning half a calorie. After so many leg jumps, you're going to end up burning 1,000 calories, right?
I guess so. When a few years ago, we had a new person start working with us, Mike. And Mike and I worked really close together, so we were always in meetings and stuff. And there was one day, it was like after that newlywed period of coworkers had run out where we could, just tell each other like it is for the most part, where we didn't have to, not say something because of each other's feelings or whatever. And then we were in the middle of talking about something, and he stopped and he like put his hands down and he goes, "Are you not exhausted at the end of each day?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "You don't stop moving." And he like went off on me, and I was like, "I don't know, sorry, I can't help it."
I love the way he put it. Are you not exhausted?
He's like, "Are you not exhausted? Do you not like get home and just crash to sleep at 6 o'clock?" No, I don't. I can't go to sleep. When I'm in bed, my wife like taps me on the shoulder because I'm like moving my feet around really fast and like rubbing my feet on top of each other.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's
I do
bad.
the butt twitch too. I love butt twitching.
I don't know what
The
that
butt
is.
twitch, you just lay on your back or on your stomach and you just twitch your butt. You just flex it, and it relaxes me so much, but it annoys Kinsey.
Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful for our partners. So bless them. Thank you, Lord, for our great partners who put up with us.
I just look down, guys. Both my legs, I got them hopping right now. Both of them are going right now.
I was consciously trying not to make my legs jump while y'all were talking about it.
Trey, are you jittery?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I think you can tell just by my voice that I'm a jittery human being.
The jitterbug.
And I don't know if it's from sugar or if it's from high stress or what. But I am all over the place.
I guess we're all dudes that wake up extremely early in the morning and have been doing it for years. Might be the caffeine. Is it caffeine that makes us do this?
I mean, I drink one cup of coffee. I did it in high school.
I drink decaf, so just trying to even myself out a little bit.
It's probably just a combination of like nerves, anxiety. I don't know what else.
There's too much to do as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's still... I've been up doing a bunch of work for today. I still have 200 things on my list of things to do, and it'll never get shorter because tomorrow you'll add the
More.
5 things that you have to do normally. So I just think that my brain is constantly going, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go do something else, you got to do something, you got to make sure that that's right. It's got to be done or you're going to be screwed.
You know, it sounds like we all have some level of stress or anxiety in our lives.
sure.
And I think if you're listening to us and you are dealing with anything like that, I think you need to turn to our friends at BetterHelp. We've been talking about BetterHelp for a while now because we believe in it. BetterHelp is a place where you can go talk to a licensed professional therapist. It's online and you can do it from the comfort of your own home.
You can start in under 24 hours. All you got to do is sign up with BetterHelp. It's not a self-help thing. It's professional counseling, and you can send your counselor a message at any time. You'll get quick, timely, and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule a weekly video or phone session, whichever's easier for you. If you're wanting to do it while you're in the bathtub, just do it on the phone. You can super relax.
Yeah, speaking of anywhere you are, service is available for clients worldwide, and you got licensed professional counselors who are specialized in a lot of realms like depression, stress, anxiety, sleeping, anger, family conflicts. There's LGBTQ matters, self-esteem. Anything you share, by the way, is also confidential, so you don't have to worry about that because that's what a lot of people get scared of.
And what we love about it, it's convenient, professional, affordable. You can check out all the testimonials that are posted daily on their site. And we want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you're going to get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/daddies.
Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/daddies.
Boom. Now, Pride Month just ended.
Yep.
But I celebrated with my son about a week ago. And I knew going into what I was doing, I was going to get the emails. I knew I was going to get the DMs, and I knew I was going to get some hate. I was told I was going to go to hell for doing what I did. But all I'm trying to teach my kids is love, right? That's all we want to do. And we do have a coworker who is part of that community. And he invited me and my wife to go out there with him. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a babysitter because it was during the day on a Sunday, and it was just not doable. And my wife looked at me and she goes, "What's wrong with bringing him to one of these? Like, why not? It's going to be singing and dancing, and it's a lot of happy people." And I said, "You know what? Why not?"
Yeah,
So
I've never been to a drag
either.
brunch or anything like that. So what I've seen online, it's a lot of people lip syncing, dancing, having fun. A lot of people getting hammered.
So yeah, are they? Is this like at a bar? Is it at a
restaurant? Yeah,
okay.
they typically do it at a restaurant or a bar, and and you can have your food or your drinks or whatever. And there's performers that come out. And
So this is a place that like normally would have kids, like a Chili's or something.
not a Chili's, but it's usually in the neighborhoods, you know. So
But children are like accepted there. It's not like a nightclub where
You're not going
never
to a
going to
strip
have
club or
No.
anything.
Yeah, there's kids that, and I've seen videos before, and there's children there as well. And Kinsey told me, she's like, "Look, I started going to the gay pride parades when I was 5 years old because her aunt was a lesbian lady." And I said, "Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's see how Kaysen reacts." A lot of people's emails regarding this is, "How are you going to explain to your son about that?" Explain to them what? That they're human beings and they're just living their life and having a good time and spreading positivity. Mm-hmm. So we took him out there, and you could tell he was looking around and taking it all in. And
It's probably a lot to take it. How, 9, 10?
He's 9.
He's 9.
Yeah.
It's a big culture shock to walk in and be like, "Ooh, is that a girl? Is that a lady? Well, that's a lot of makeup. Those are big boobs."
And he asked me, he goes, "So some of those people are just guys dressed up as girls?" And I said, "Yeah, they're called drag queens." And we walked in, and the gentleman we work with, Justin, he was dressed in drag. And Kaysen walked up to him and said, "Justin," and gave him a hug. Mm-hmm. Sits back, and Kaysen goes, "You look cool, man." You know, he just a kid's reaction. It wasn't rejection or anything. It was just like, "Oh, you look cool, Justin." And Justin said, "Oh, thanks, Kaysen. Are you excited for the show?" And he goes, "Yeah, I can't wait to hear all the music." So we sat down. Kaysen ended up being the only kid there. And the host of the drag brunch.
I would say that's not uncommon. Like,
no, it's not.
Being the only kid there at a drag brunch makes sense. Like, if you go, "Hey, are there kids at this drag brunch?" I would assume you're going to say no.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. But in the past, like we've said, we've gone to them before, and there's been kids. And but the host was so kind because she kept giving Kaysen attention. In fact, at one point she goes, are you enjoying the dancing? And Kaysen goes, yeah. And she says, do you like to dance? And Kaysen goes, yeah. And she goes, if we put on some music for you and you just danced around like our acts, you could probably make some money too. And then they start playing the Baby Shark theme, like the dun. So Kaysen gets up. My son is shy, guys. My son is one of those kids who in that kind of environment is shy. He usually will kind of come over to me and kind of hide away, and I'm expecting
down a little bit.
I'm expecting him to shut down a little bit. No, I don't know what it was, or I think it was just a welcoming atmosphere that we were in, where he's like, you know what? If these guys and these gals or girls are really putting themselves out there and having fun and dancing and wearing cool clothes and makeup and all that stuff, then I can get up and dance. He got up and started doing a shark dance I've never seen him do around the bar. I'm looking around, not really looking at my son. I'm looking at people. And they have the biggest smiles on their faces. Then they start bringing out money, because you tip the talent when they're out there. You start tipping them. Then they start bringing out money, and they start handing it to my son. And so he's walking around dancing like crazy, picking up money left and right. Boom, boom, boom. He gets done dancing, and then and he came back with like $70.
It's pretty good for like a minute's worth of work.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And he used that for the rest of the day when we were tipping the other dancers and stuff and the performers. And afterwards, after he got done, I was like, listen, what are you going to do with that money, Kaysen? And I'm expecting, because the whole time too was about giving back to the community, and he's listening to all these thoughts and stuff. And I go, what are you going to do with the money? I'm expecting, I want to buy some clothes, or I want to buy some Fortnite V-Bucks or whatever. And he goes, do you think I can give it to the lady that's hosting? And I said,
Very nice.
I was like, you know what, man? That's actually kind of cool, because maybe you can give it to her and then she'll split it with the other performers, and that's actually really dope, Kaysen. You should. So we grab her, right? We get somebody to go grab her from backstage. She comes out, and Kaysen goes, hey, I think you guys should have this, and tries to hand it to her. And she says, no, you danced and entertained just like we did, so you earned that money. Mm-hmm. You earned that money for yourself.
You did. Yeah, that's his money.
And it was a really cool lesson for him to learn, because he's been interested in entertainment, and I could see that he's been waiting to break out of his little shell to be funny in front of people. So we get home, and we're sitting on the couch, and he's counting his money again, and he goes, wow, I made over $70. And I said, isn't that cool, Kaysen? You made $70, and you tried to give it to them, and they wouldn't take it, and you still got to keep it. And he goes, can I donate it to Kids? And this is a charity that's run through our radio show. And I looked at him, and I'm like, dude, I am so proud of you that you came up with that on your own, and that you decided that you wanted to give back to people instead of keeping it for yourself. And he said, well, that's all they were talking about today at the show. They were just talking about how we should all love each other and how we should give back to the community. So I want to give back. And he gave back. So we're going to donate his money to our charity, which is really cool. And it was one of those where I did get quite a bit of hate.
I'm sure.
Sure.
And as you were telling the story, I was like, he's going to get lit up. And it's definitely out of the ordinary. It's definitely something that some people would probably have reservations to.
For sure.
But what I appreciate is hearing the story about a little boy going to something that's a little bit out of the norm, that might be uncomfortable for some people, but going in with no bias, going in with no feelings either way, and having a good time, loving and accepting a group of people who are not been shown a lot of love and acceptance for quite some time.
I've never been to a drag show, so I just assume it's not a kid-friendly environment. You would assume that it's a kid-friendly environment, JC? You think it's good for kids to go to? Like, bring kids to this.
Listen, it is an adult type show, but what they did that was cool. If the host ever got close to doing an adult type show joke and it became a theme, she would just look at me and go like, earmuffs. And Kaysen was totally cool with it. I would put my hands in his ears and cup him.
Interesting.
And then Kaysen would sit there and go la 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 la. He was really cool about it, because I told him there could be some adult type jokes being thrown around. A lot of them over their head, obviously, because
I'd assume there'd be, at least for me, my kids are way younger than Kaysen, but it'd just be the language,
exactly,
and probably just the people. Like we also have a coworker that got like hammered and passed out. May not want him to see that, but your kid's a little older, so mine would be more of just the being vulgar.
Yeah, there's just like there are comedy shows I wouldn't take my kid to go see. There are comedians.
And
there are
the music
rock
they're dancing to and stuff are uncensored.
So what age do you think? You think Kaysen is just now getting to the age that he's able to go? Do you think a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old can go?
To me, honestly, that's not something I should be telling people to do, because you as a parent it could be different for you. You could think your kid's not going to be old enough until they're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And so that's honestly, it just goes with how you feel about it. You know, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do or what.
Yeah, because some kids are probably fine to watch a rated R movie at 7 years old and it's no big deal, but another kid may not handle a rated R movie that well.
Like, I let Kaysen watch PG-13 movies and have for a couple years, because he's shown me he handles it. The moment I see him or hear him using curse words or any derogatory term, then that can be taken away. And I've told him, I'm like, when you feel like you want to speak like an adult, you got to be an adult, and you got to be ready to be out of my house, because in my house, we're going to follow the rules. And the rules are, you guys are going to respect, and you're going to have respectful language. And my son and daughter have been really good about that. Now, the sad part was a gentleman did come up to me afterwards with tears in his eyes and said, I am so happy that you're not what did he say? I'm happy you're not hiding our community from your children. And you're showing them that we're full of love and kindness. And I said, oh, no, man, it's we have family members that are, my son's been around it since he was born, basically. And he told me, he goes, I just know that you did this knowing that you're going to get so much hate, and you still did it. And I looked at him, I'm like, nah, man, I think we've progressed enough to where it should be okay. And then I opened my DMs, and I guess it's not as okay as I thought it was going to be with some people. And all I know is that my son showed growth. And for that, I'm thankful. And that's all I can take away from it.
And I think to whoever's point that was telling you that, you know, when he's saying you can agree or disagree with a group no matter what, but if it's always hidden or taboo, then it almost makes the feelings worse. It makes the divide greater. You know what I mean? If it's just being hidden away and just saying, you know, that's for the back rooms and the shadows or something.
And I think somebody wrote me and said, aren't you scared that that's going to make your son gay? No, I'm not. I'm not scared that that's
I don't think an hour at a drag show is going to make a 9-year-old gay.
That's not how it works. You know, that's not how it works. It's just something you are.
I would like to switch gears slightly. Okay, maybe majorly. I need to correct a story that was told on the Chatty Daddies a few weeks ago.
Oh no, did we mess up?
No, we did not mess up. We were just reporting the news when we heard that a woman in South Africa gave birth to 10 babies at once.
Oh, this story is getting wild.
There was just all these reports and rumors, and everyone was like, we don't really know much about this. But within the last week or so, a new report has come out that says she was in fact lying.
Shocking.
She did not give birth earlier this month. An inquiry has found no hospitals in her province have records of decuplets being born. The government says we have no records. Medical tests show that this woman was not even pregnant recently. And there was pictures of her giving an interview, and she was a big old
with
belly.
her husband.
Yes.
And even her husband was like, she wouldn't tell me where the babies are, and I kept asking her. She wouldn't produce the babies. Like, what's going on here?
And like one of the stories that came out was like, oh, well, she knew she was pregnant with 7, but then like at the last minute they found 3 more babies.
Sure, yeah.
But the woman she's 37. She's now being held at a mental health facility and being observed for the moment. So
yikes.
Turns out that was false, but it was reported that a few months ago, I believe it was confirmed that someone gave birth to 9 kids at a time at once, and that was a new world record.
And that's for real. That definitely came out.
So switching gears again. My family and I, like I said, we had not been to restaurants that often, and so we had gone to a second restaurant over the weekend, and my son did something that was a little embarrassing, but it was too funny. I couldn't make him stop. So it must just be something that children figure out, that they can blow bubbles in their drinks.
Hell yeah.
They just either through a straw or they just put their lips up and just start blowing bubbles.
And when you figure out that milk is the best bubble maker,
one.
Yeah,
by far.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're all on the same page here on milk. Are we going to the same place that I think we're going? Continue.
We might be. And so my son had some chocolate milk with his food, and while he's doing it, he starts blowing bubbles through his straw, and it's filling up this little bottle that he has, and it's really funny. He's laughing. I say, okay, stop, whatever. Because it hasn't like overflowed at this point through the bottle. And anyways, then after a few minutes, he starts doing it again, and I look over. Before I could say, hey, buddy, quit it, I look over, and the straw's in his nose, and he's blowing bubbles with his nose. And I was so proud. It was so funny. I took videos. I let him do it for like a minute. We were loud. We were all laughing, and I didn't make him stop because it was hilarious, and I wanted him to keep doing it.
Was Mom there?
Yes, she thought it was funny, too.
Oh, wow.
Normally, my wife would probably be the one before me to say, hey, cut that out. But it was hilarious. He shoved a straw up his nose, blowing bubbles. Genius.
That's pretty good.
Comedic genius.
Yeah.
Look out, Steve Martin. Here we come.
Did he drink the rest of the milk?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He immediately I'll send you a video, guys. He immediately put the straw back in his mouth. And I told him stop. But then he put it back in his nose and back in his mouth. Whatever, it's his germs.
It is.
So.
He can do whatever he wants. Now, the problem with blowing into your milk is it makes the milk warm.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It makes it get warm really quick, and then it's disgusting to drink.
See, some people like their milk room temperature, so it just depends on...
They're bad people.
Yeah.
That's my son, by the way. So.
Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
So if, your son's getting up for breakfast, will you pour a glass of milk? He'll let it sit there for 20 minutes and then drink it?
No, he doesn't drink milk anymore, but... He was the kid that would ask for warm milk. So I would have to put his milk in his cup when he was little, when he was about your kid's age, and I'd put it in the microwave. And then
I'm fine with hot milk or like intentionally warmed, but I've definitely seen the kids like at daycare or something, and they have their sippy cup of milk sitting there that's been out for 5 hours. Yeah, just a sitting out milk.
I'm with you guys on that. The sitting out warm milk is not that. I just feel like that's just nah.
Some people used to put like warm milk in bottles to go to sleep. Like it helped like even just regular adults go to sleep.
Yeah.
It was like a way to go to sleep back in the day.
My wife's grandpa, great grandpa, rest in peace. Apparently. He back in the day, when they were in the olden days, they used to take that milk carton out, and he used to wait for it to sit out for a couple, not hours, days.
Wait for the chunky milk.
Yes, and that's how he liked to drink his milk.
That's absolutely disgusting.
And Kinsey said one time she showed up to his house, saw this milk sitting out, opened it up like we all would because she saw it and she's like, oh, it feels warm. What the heck's going on with this? Opened it up, definitely chunky milk, threw it away, and got yelled at by her great grandpa. Like screamed at. She's like, that's my milk. It's going to take me 2 days to get it again. And I was like,
I was working on that.
Is that not bad for our stomach? Like, I think like we would just have diarrhea every time.
Did you guys ever just leave cups, or do you still just like when you were a kid, just like leave cups in your room and never take them back to the sink?
All the time.
And then you grew a freaking ecosystem in there?
My brother and I would do it all the time with milk. We would like drink milk and it would just sit there and we wouldn't know that it smelled because, you're living in it. You're nose blind to it. Oh my gosh, our parents would get so mad. If it was like a plastic bottle from like the football game or plastic cup, who cares?
Sure.
But it'd be like a glass
Mom's
cup,
good glass.
like an actual glass, and it leaves like a stain and it's like a murky line and you can never wash it out. We went through a lot of those.
I had a friend in college that would dip. And he didn't. We're in college. We don't take our cars places all week long, and it's sitting out in the hot sun all summer long. And so we got in my friend's car to go grab something off campus. And when we got in the car, his car smelled like dead rats because he had left an open cup, just a cup, not like a bottle with a cap on it. He just left an open cup in his cup holder, filled almost to the brim. I don't know how he was driving and making left and right turn. Like it was going to spill out. He left it filled with dip spit.
Yuck.
It was rough. Anyway, we took my car instead.
We all have that disgusting friend. We had a sleepover one time in middle school. And when you go over to your boy's house, you're like, okay, cool and everything. You don't know where things are. One of our buddies needed a Kleenex. And so he reached into our buddy's nightstand.
Nope.
And there was this like like, you know those Petri dishes that they use in science class?
Okay.
Yeah.
He had one of those, but with boogers, dude.
Oh, boogers.
What?
I didn't think we were going
Yeah,
there.
I didn't.
No.
Good.
It was boogers, but it was like he was collecting his boogers, and my boy sees this and goes, "What is this, dude?" He got so embarrassed.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh no, it was for a project." And we're
Right,
like,
right.
What project, dude? We're all in the same school. We all take the same science class. We've never had to save our boogers for. I mean, there was a bunch of them on there, and we finally got him to confess that he was collecting his boogers.
Wow.
How very, very weird. Have you had to have the conversation? Nick, you probably haven't yet. This is for Kaysen. Have you had to be like, hey, listen, people are going to make fun of you if you keep doing that?
I do.
Or do you try? You do?
Yeah.
So you say that to them.
For
You don't try
picking
to
his
steer
nose.
them away?
Yeah, my son picking his nose. I said, people are going to want to be your friends if you're picking your nose.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care.
I've asked, you could tell your kid, be like, hey, is there something that a kid does at school that makes you go like, what are they doing? I'm not telling you to judge them, but in your head, are you wondering like, why are they doing that? So if you do this, you can be that kid. You know, there could be kids thinking that way about you. So that's why you got to think about the things you're doing. And so that's the way I have the conversation with Kaysen.
Judge people internally and don't do weird things. Don't judge them out loud.
Because we all do that, right? We all judge in private.
I judge people out loud. So
It's constant. It's constant. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want them to judge out loud and hurt somebody's feelings or in turn be called a bully or something. So I tell them, like, it's okay to think things are different and everything. Just don't be a jerk about it.
Don't lie. Does anyone have the urge to pick their nose right now?
I could itch. I don't know that I need to pick.
I don't think I have any good guys in there.
Yeah, me either. I was just asking. Me either.
I'll tell you this though. I'm excited to get back to work because one of my favorite things to do when I get off of work is pick my nose in the car.
Gosh, we have to set up some hidden cameras to catch you.
And
I did that one time, Nick. I got in my car. I don't know what it is. I just do it. It's just like, I guess it's like, I don't know. It must be a kid thing in me. And I look over and there's a girl in her car eating lunch. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like
Just
mid-tick.
digging.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening for this time around. Be sure to subscribe to us anywhere podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We are there. Be sure to give us a 5-star review and leave us a good rating. And if you'd like to contact the show, all the ways to hit us up are in the description of this podcast.